Yo, what's up guys, Boss here, and I'm back from the YouTube video, and this time I'm going to be showing you guys the replays with this RG deck, similar to the one I used last video, except it has skeletons instead of the Ewiz. So you're probably wondering, how the heck do you beat Lava Hound decks with this, even though you only have one air counter and fireball? Well, the reason is because the ebarbs, they're so broken. I even consider the ebarbs a wink edition, so even if you're air decks, you can just pressure with ebarbs at the bridge, and they're pretty much guaranteed to take someone's tower if they only have 3 elixir to defend them. And then you just try to lightly defend to make sure they don't 3-crown you, and just try to take another one of their counters with ebarbs or the RG, or even go for the 3-crown. But yeah, this deck has been really strong. I finished 41st in the world with it last season. I'm pretty happy with the finish. Honestly, it was a tough meta for so many people. Like, a lot of really good players actually got not very good finishes, because a lot of people had to like adjust to the new meta. So I'm okay with a 41st. I think that's not bad at all, and actually that's pretty good in terms of CRL points. You get 25 for a top 50 finish. For top 100 you get 20, top 500 you only get 5, and top 1001. Top 10 of course you get 40, which is the most, but top 50 isn't bad at all. But yeah, if you guys want to support me, you can use my credit code BOSS. But anyways, guys, I want to show you guys these replays. I have some really good ones. I have one here versus Elixir Golem, Mortar here. Mortar ebarbs, another really good meta deck. This guy Golem, clone ebarbs, and you guys can see pretty much every single deck has ebarbs except Mohammed Light, who of course is using Minor Cycle, one of the best Minor Cycle players. So let's go into the first game. I just want to show you guys the replays because I think this deck is one of the strongest decks in the meta, and my next video, I'll be doing a deck that I haven't made a video on yet. I might do like a minor mortar deck with ebarbs, or like Tesla, you know, ebarbs, minor control, something like that. But guys, ebarbs are so broken. I can't think of a single deck in this meta that's good that doesn't have the ebarbs in it, except maybe Electro Giant. But yeah, the way I like to play against Elixir Golem is you have to play pretty passively. You shouldn't use your RG for a while until you know your opponent has the ebarbs out of cycle. Oh yeah, and I also just wanted to say this, not really like that important, but just so people are like aware, like I'm never gonna give up on getting number 1 until I get it or stop playing this game. Like a lot of people sometimes say, like on Twitter or like in YouTube comments, I've even seen it, like, why do I think like I could even get number 1? Like, I've tried for so long to get like a really good finish, like top 3, or it's been like a while since I've got top 5. Well, here's my answer. I'll just talk about it as single elixirs going on in this game. This game means a lot to me. Like, you know, I try my best. But keep in mind, I also have a lot of other things going on too, like school, like the content I do too. So it's not easy for me to, like, you know, every single ladder season get like an amazing finish. But when I'm done school and do this game full time, that'll kind of be the test, like how I might talk about this more in a Q&A video, like how I perform or whatever. But you know, finishing number 1's never easy, no matter how good you are at this game. There's several like amazing good players, like they're very good competitive players but don't have a number 1 finish. But I'm not gonna give up on it ever. I'm not gonna get discouraged by people who think like I'm never going to, you know, get it. It's something that takes time, a little bit of luck, and also of course the right mindset and, you know, skill as well. But yeah, I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna see. My goal is to get one this year, but even if I don't, the next year, because I don't have any plans to stop playing this game or going for a number 1 finish. But anyway, we're in double elixir here, and I pressure opposite lane of the E-Drag because the E-Drag is just really annoying to play into because I don't have amazing answers to it, because of course my only air counter is the Mother Witch, so I have to be really careful about that. And it's really good that we got the King Tower activation early on, because that's gonna help a ton versus his pushes, considering he almost has every single card in his deck is a ground card with the exception of the E-Drag. ebarbs make it to the tower, and that is a good game. Honestly, I don't think that guy played very well. Like, that Elixir Golem wasn't really good there. Like, it didn't end up blocking the ebarbs. So this game is versus Elixir, really good player. If you guys don't recognize his name, yeah, this is Elixir. He's a really good Chinese player. We'll go ahead and watch this game. He's using another popular deck that a lot of people used. I believe Igor used this Mortar deck as well. I might speed it up here in single elixir just because the game's pretty slow in single elixir, and maybe if I do 2x speed in these games, I could even show an additional replay. I don't really know, but also let me know in the comments what you guys think about these, you know, these replay videos in general. Like, do you guys enjoy watching them? Like, do you feel like you learn a lot, like, when I'm, like, talking, or, like, you see the replays? I don't really know. Like, I know a lot of other, like, you know, like, YouTubers, like, do these replay videos sometimes. I'm just curious, like, do you guys like them or not? I didn't do, like, live gameplay for these games because I really wanted to focus, like, last few hours of the season. I feel like I just want to play, like, do my best. I don't like to stream or record videos last day of the season because it's very, you know, it's just very, there's a lot of, like, pressure, and it's just very important that you focus. It's intense. You also want to avoid being sniped. What I mean by sniped is, like, people queue with a hard counter into you. I know there's people who stream last day of the season, like Pompeo and, like, Mortar. Like, I might eventually do that, but I think until I get used to it, I would prefer not to, just because I really like to focus on the games and all that stuff. But who knows, maybe when I get older and, like, know how to, I wouldn't necessarily say it's my mindset, but just because I don't know why, I just get that gut feeling of a little bit of, like, nervousness if it's, like, end of the season where I, like, really want to focus. I just don't like streaming or recording videos. It's kind of, I'd almost think of it as competitive, you know, like, most people in this game don't stream important competitive matches. I feel the same way when it's, like, end of the season. I just really want to focus, you know, do my best, and I feel like there's less pressure when no one's, like, watching you, especially when you're streaming. But maybe next season end, I'll record live gameplay. But anyway, I go RG in the back here. Why do I go RG in the back? Because I know that it would have been an overcommitment to defend that mortar, and I don't really like that pressure on his end, because if you see here, we have counter push now in both lanes, and I think that might have been what lost LCOP this game here, that push right there, because he spent, I guess, 9 elixir, because ebarbs are 6, miners 3, and you can see here, we just straight up overwhelm him because of that. There's really no way he can defend this. He even goes for ebarbs, tries to split them, so one goes for one of the RGs, one goes for the other, but he's just getting so overwhelmed, and yeah, I mean, both of his towers are already pretty low. I mean, he has a chance here because he's got our left tower at half health, but we have such a huge elixir lead, and we have more units on the field, so it's pretty much game. I'll just, I guess, speed it up here because he basically just got overwhelmed. RG doesn't take it here, but the ebarb on the left does, so another nice win there. Again, not too bad of a matchup. And this one, Golem Clone, I don't think this is an easy matchup. I actually lost this most times I played it, but yeah, this was a crazy game. This is what a lot of people hated in this toxic meta, like Elixir Golem, ebarbs, and then Golem ebarbs as well. This was crazy, so he goes Golem in the back first place. So what do? I, of course, have to pressure, so I go with an RG, and then I go with Skeletons. And then I wait to see what he does, because I didn't know if he was going to play ebarbs on this or go for something like that. He goes for Skarmy, so I obviously just go for a... Oh, I thought I was going to log it. I kind of forgot this game because it was yesterday. I'm glad I didn't log it because I didn't need to. So he already lost half of his tower, and then he goes for the earbirds behind the Golem. But yeah, guys, this is why a lot of people hate Golem. It's this that gives it a bad, like, reputation. Golem Clone, because Golem Clone, you're actually supposed to go Golem first play. It's just so toxic, and yeah, that's why a lot of people hate Golem, because of Golem first play. But it's a good play with Golem Clone because it's not really that risky, and you can see he got so much damage off of that first Golem push. So here I pressure again with an RG because he doesn't have his ebarbs in cycle, and then I go for a Mother Witch because Mother Witch, look at that against the Night Witch. Just watch, guys. Just watch this Mother Witch. Like, this Mother Witch got way more than 4 elixir value, and yeah, honestly, guys, Mother Witch, I think it's very good now after the buff. I don't think it's OP, definitely doesn't need a nerf. I think it's in a good spot. It's an above average card and fits in certain decks. But look at this. This was absolutely nuts. I go for a Heal Spirit. Good arrows on his end. Seeing that Heal Spirit. Had he not done that, he probably would have gotten 3 crowned right here. But he didn't, so he's forced to go for a Skarmy still. And just like that, like, we turn the game around, all because of one Mother Witch. just, I don't know, that was so annoying. If you guys saw my last video, the one before, you know, I played against another Golem deck. I think it might have been Golem Clone where the same thing happened. I pressure with RG here, knowing that his ebarbs are out of rotation, and just like before, we get quite a lot of damage. And also, guys, look at this here. I don't even know how we defend, but yeah, this was just a pretty crazy game in general. So good fireball here. We got to take out that Mother Witch, and it gets, excuse me, the Night Witch. And then log, good log, finishes off the Night Witch, and then Heal Spirit does a good job of like distracting, and yeah, Mother Witch puts in some work on defense, and I somehow defended. Left tower is really low though, so here's what I do. I see that he's pressuring, and instead of defending, I just decide to go for the 3 crown. Why? Because I know that if I defend, I would just lose my tower, because there's just no way I would have been able to defend that. I mean, the Golem, the only thing I could have done is try to Fisherman, but he would have, instead of playing Elixir on defense, would have supported the Golem, and that could have put me in a risky situation. So I'm glad I decided to go for the 3 crown. We get a nice win there. He's laughing. He's obviously really mad. The Mother Witch got so much value for us. And then we got a game here versus Carl the Legend. I think this replay might be one of the best ones, because you guys can see how the heck do we beat Lavaloon with only 1 air counter, the Mother Witch, and the Mother Witch isn't even that good against, you know, Balloon to begin with. And by the way, Carl got a pretty good finish, 27, so even though we beat him, he ended up going on a pretty big win streak, I guess, because he was at like 81-40 when I played against him, but he pushed up like, I guess, yeah, like 120 trophies, because he lost to me, and then after that, went on a big win streak. So I already knew what he's using. I just cycle Fisherman, because I know I don't even need it in the matchup, because it's Lava Hound. I knew it's Lava Hound, because Carl the Legend, obviously, one of the very best lava players in the game. So he goes for lava in the back. I have to pressure with ebarbs here, because I had no other choice. I don't even have my Mother Witch in cycle to defend, so I played actually on offense to take out these minions. And you guys can see right here, Mother Witch again getting some good value, and that is going to be, I think it's not tower down, but it's going to be close to taking the tower. But now this Lava Hound is going to get in some work for him, because my only air counter I have is about to die. So I'm forced to go for a fireball here. He, in my opinion, makes a pretty big mistake here. I think instead of playing his Balloon, same lane as this Lava Hound, he should have played it in the opposite lane, because I would have had to choose which to fireball. And if I fireballed the Lava Hound and the Mega Minion, his Balloon on the opposite lane would have taken the tower. Vice versa, if I fireballed the Balloon he played in the opposite lane, these Lava Pups and Mega Minion would have taken the tower. So I personally don't like that play on his part. I don't think that was a good Balloon. And because of that, we're still very much in this game. And that could have been what cost him this game. Like I said, he should have played in the opposite lane. But to be fair, I don't think that he knows yet that we only got 1 air counter, because the other variant of this deck has E-Wiz. So maybe he thought we had E-Wiz, so I don't really know. But anyway, we go cycle our ebarbs. I go for Mother Witch, because it does pretty good against the Tombstone, if I'm being completely honest. And yeah, I mean, it's just annoying for him. I'll give him that, because he has to deal with this constant pressure, and then building up a lava push is kind of hard for him to do. I have to log here, otherwise that would have probably taken the tower because of how strong the ebarbs are. And yeah, things are looking pretty good. I'll speed it up here because we're both pretty low on elixir, so really nothing's happening. And here we go. I pressure RG at the bridge because I really want to take this left tower, so I'm able to play RGs in the pocket as soon as possible. Good Lava Hound. I actually went for the Mother Witch because I was predicting a Tombstone or something like that, but instead he didn't do that. So that was actually really nice Lava Hound. I have to sack the tower here. Nothing I can do about that because, I mean, like, again, no other air counter, so what am I supposed to do? So this game, it's just all pressure, 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 basically. Light defense and just really smart pressure when I need to make sure he can't build up a massive lavaloon push, because otherwise I'm just going to get destroyed, and I know that. So Skeleton's distract here, and ebarb's putting in work on his tower. I think I go for... what do I do here? Do I go for a log to kill the Tombstone, or do I go Mother... Yeah, log to kill the Tombstone, as I thought. And then I go for the Mother Witch. I was about to go RG in the pocket, but then I saw him play ebarbs, so I held off on it. Those were smart ebarbs preventing me from pressuring him. Now I go for RG in the pocket. I go for a log, because the Tombstone was played, so I wanted to get a couple extra hits in, but unfortunately it only got one, so pretty good defense on his end. But you guys can see he's having the hardest time getting a single lavaloon push going because he has to spend 12 elixir to do that, and if he does that, he doesn't have the elixir to defend, and that is when we pressure him right here. So guys, we just beat lavaloon, even though we have one air counter, the Mother Witch, and then kind of 1.5, because Fireball I would kind of consider one, but it's not really a troop that you get counter push potential off of. So very, very nice win there. And the last replay I want to show you guys is against Mohammed Light. So Mohammed Light, very, very good player. He's from Egypt. He's very young too. I think he's 16 or 17. Last season he finished 17th. He finished first. He was pushing an account, so it shows third on here, but he's actually finished first. One of the only people who didn't use ebarbs. He actually put ebarbs in his deck though, probably after losing to me or shortly after. But yeah, he's so good. I was actually playing this, you guys probably didn't watch or hear about it, but yeah, I was crying because I'll explain why I was crying. I'll explain it at the beginning of this game. So earlier this day, on last day of the season, yesterday was a big day for me. Not only was it Easter, it was end of the season, and also there's something called the Gems Partner Cup. Me and Mark, because it was a partner thing, we got second place. We won $3,000, so that's $1,500 each. Mohammed Light and his partner actually got first place, which was $7,000, so they got $3,500 each. And we lost to them. I mean, it was, you know, not kind of a close match, but Mohammed Light, he's insane. He basically carried him and his partner throughout the whole competition, not just when me and Mark played against him, but he had like an 84% win rate, you know, beating pros like Ruben, Igor, and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm really happy me and Mark were able to get second place in that. So we go for the and you guys probably don't even know who Mark is. He's a super underrated German player. But anyway, back to the game. I just wanted to, you know, talk about. But look at this, Mother Witch, getting so much value, and then look at this here. Ebarb's in the opposite lane because I know he has to defend the hogs in the right lane as well as the Mother Witch, and I knew he was low on elixir. So I pressure the opposite lane. And yeah, he's laughing because he's low on elixir and things are just not looking good for him. Unfortunately, right here, though, he's right back in this game because I get drop glitch. What I mean by that is, like, my log didn't play right away. Like, it kind of, like, lagged or, like, it, like, went back in your hand. So, yeah, the log misses the wall breakers, and because of that, he's right back in this game. And then I start laughing, too, because I'm kind of mad that that happened. So, yeah, we're both just laughing. He's still laughing though, like he's pretty mad. But look at this, at least I do have an elixir lead here of quite a bit of elixir, so I go ahead and play my RG at the bridge. I actually go for a Mother Witch because I was expecting him to play bats because he didn't have enough elixir to play a fireball right away, but he did the smart play there and he just waited. He expected me to go for Mother Witch, so he didn't end up playing the bats and got a really nice defense there. So well played on his part. And yeah, things aren't looking great for us here, but we're in double elixir now, so it's easier for us to build up pushes, and, you know, like, we're still in this game, and of course have a chance because we still have about half our tower left. So that was really aggressive there, so I just decided to go RG in the back, build up a push, and then I knew at this point we had to probably get 2 RGs down to break through, or have an RG in cycle when the Tesla he put down expired. That's my best way of breaking through, because otherwise it's really difficult to break through Tesla. Tesla is by far the strongest building in the game right now. I already said I'm probably going to make a video on it soon. After the bomb tower got nerfed, Tesla has been so dominant, by far the best building. Lots of minor control decks with Tesla, some of ebarb, some without, like Mohammed's deck here. And again, smart pressure on his end. Mohammed Light is insane with this deck. He knows exactly when to pressure. Like, he knows when your cycle's kind of awkward. One ebarb does sneak through and get on the tower, though. That was really good. And yeah, you can see things are not looking too good right now. So you're probably wondering, like, how did I end up winning this game? Well, there's one card that was the main reason why. There's you know, and you guys will about to see it. It's the Mother Witch. That's the main reason why I won this game. Mother Witch in some matchups is just so good, and with him having Spear Goblins and Bats, it kind of makes sense. So I do it. Every time I play it, he has to fireball, but by the time he fireballs it, the Mother Witch already gets some good value in, because you can see It's like hitting a couple bats, spear goblins, something like that. So it's just obnoxious for him to deal with. But again, really good defense on his end. I'm just not able to get really any damage, and I've just had the hardest time breaking through. But triple elixir is coming in, and I feel like anytime you're using a deck that's more expensive than mine or wall breakers, triple elixir is kind of like your time to shine. Like, it's your chance to break through and win, because even though they have a fast cycle and you can't outcycle them, it's where you can build up massive pushes. So instead of playing my RG, notice that RG, you're probably wondering, like, why did I not play the RG all the way in the back? I feel like if I played the RG all the way in the back, he would have been able to pressure and maybe even fireball cycle my tower, because 2 fireballs does 500. He would have just needed like a minor hit, couple logs. So it's a little risky to play it all the way in the back when you're against such a fast cycle deck. So I played it kind of higher up, but not at the bridge. So I still had time to build a push with it. So he does his best to defend this here. I go for another RG. Like I said, triple elixir, I can cycle faster. Mother Witch coming in distracts the Tesla, and that is the Mother Witch that wins me the game, because as Fireball's out of cycle, look at that. Mother Witch is just going rampant right now. It would spawn so many hogs, and then Miner gets damage here. This actually was a little scary. Luckily, the wall breaker doesn't connect. But look at this. Getting overwhelmed, both lanes, hogs everywhere. I go RG at the bridge. Tower is close to being in Fireball log range, but not quite. And he's not able to get the damage he needs on the tower. We overwhelm him last second there. He might have choked his defense a little bit, but still, you know, very nice win. It was very difficult for him to deal with the Mother Witch. And yeah, this deck also, by the way, guys, does really good against, you know, Graveyard and Pekka. Like, I've beaten Graveyard Pekka almost every time. I guess I'll show this replay against Pekka, because I feel like whenever I make an RG video, people always ask, like, how do you beat Pekka? So let's show you guys this one. 2x speed, just, you know, original Pekka bridge spam. You guys can see he actually has the minions instead of the magic archer. For whatever reason, this variant has seemed to be more popular in the meta. Maybe because minions are just, who knows, they're just maybe better in the meta for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe it's because the Ewiz or the magic archer's like really bad against the ebarbs, and minions are an air card, so it's something the ebarbs can't hit, which makes sense because the ebarbs are just ridiculously strong right now. So Mother Witch, though, gets good value because he's got minions, and if he had magic archer, it wouldn't get as much value, so I don't really mind him having minions in this matchup. He actually let the magic archer connect. Good zap on his end, but Bandit still doesn't reach the tower. So I'm playing this really passively here. You see I haven't dropped an RG yet. He hasn't even played a Pekka yet, and it looks like we're both waiting until double elixir. I actually remember this. This was a very awkward pause in the game. I'm not sure why we both didn't do anything, but I guess he thought it was, I don't know, risky. I actually cycle a Mother Witch here, I remember, and then he plays Pekka same lane. So he does that, but here we go. We resume it now, and we're looking pretty good here. We got a small damage lead going into double elixir, and he's barely gotten any damage on my towers. So I mean, it's just the thing for him is it's so hard to break through because of the ebarbs, and he has to overcommit on defense every time I have the ebarbs down, and that's what makes this so difficult for him here. So I go for a Mother Witch, I think, on the minions, but he actually played the Battle Ram in front to protect, so that was really well played on his part. But Mother Witch still is going to be able to get some good value on defense, and then I think this is where I go for an RG, or do I go for ebarbs first? Oh, I go for ebarbs, and then I think I go for a Mother Witch. Yeah, I didn't even play a single RG this whole game. That's pretty insane. And this Pekka, I bet you guys haven't seen a Pekka get destroyed that quickly in a while. It gets demolished. So that was just, I mean, complete annihilation there. I mean, he got like almost no damage on my tower. Usually it's not as easy as that, but honestly, I think RG has matchup versus Pekka because of the ebarbs. So those are just some replays there. I don't know if you guys enjoy the replays videos as much as the live games video, but I just wanted to upload something because I didn't have like a video that I recorded ready to show you guys, because last day of the season yesterday I was really focused on playing ladder. Yeah, overall pretty satisfied with my finish, considering the last couple seasons before this one I didn't get really that good of a finish. It wasn't like top 100. They weren't like horrible, but it wasn't like, yeah, what I was going for. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna this season try to do better. I'd like to get, you know, top 10, because that gets you 40 points for CRL. And my goal is to make it to the World Finals, and yeah, pretty soon also to get like a new best ladder finish, like at least 4th, you know, because my best is 5th. I wouldn't mind a 4th, but top 3 would be, yeah, more ideal, or like number 1. I'll keep working hard for it. After I graduate high school, like, I'm going to be doing this game full time for a while, and I'm going to be uploading more frequently on YouTube, and probably streaming more, and just playing this game more in general. So do my best. I'm not going to give up, like, on my goals. I talked about that at the beginning of the video, but I'm someone who never gives up. I'm very passionate about this game too, so I'm never going to give up on getting a, number 1 finish until I decide I'm not going to be playing this game anymore and I want to focus my life on something else. But as of right now, not the case, so we're going to keep grinding. And that's going to be it for the video. Make sure to like it. And by the way, Animan finished number 1 again last season, so he's finished number 1, I think, like 6 times now. Absolutely insane. He's, I'd say, the best ladder player right now. But anyway, make sure to like it if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, not subscribed already. And thanks again. Until next time, guys. Next video, I'll do a video on a different deck. Don't worry, I won't use this RG ebarbs deck again for a while. I'll probably make a video on a minor control deck with ebarbs. But yeah, there's almost no deck in the game that's good without the ebarbs except Electro Giant. It's actually insane. Alright, thanks again. Until next time.